squares to the digital streets. We got one sacred right that nobody defeats. It's the fire in our veins, the roar in our soul, freedom of speech, making America whole. Listen up, brothers and sisters, gather round the flame. The First Amendment's calling, shouting out our name. Congress shall make no law. That's the promise we hold. No chains on our words, no stories left untold. Religion free to worship, no state telling you how. Assemble in the streets, petition right here and now. Press running wild and fearless, speaking truth to the throne. And every single voice gets to stand on its own. Freedom of speech, let it ring out loud and clear. The First Amendment standing tall year after year. We won't be silenced, we won't be muzzled or tamed. This Constitution's our shield, forever untamed. Yeah. From the mountains to the prairies, from sea to shining sea, we defend this sacred right, it's what sets us free. God bless the USA, where the truth can still be told. Freedom of speech, forever, bold, brave, and bold. Five pillars standing strong, holding up the sky. Religion, speech, press, assembly, petition. That's why no government boot on our neck, no overreach inside. The founders wrote it ironclad to keep the power right. They knew tyrants would come, try to twist and control, but these words in the parchment protect every soul. From the farmer in the field to the factory hand, your voice is your weapon across this blessed land. Freedom of speech, let it ring out loud and clear. The First Amendment standing tall year after year. We won't be silenced, we won't be muzzled or tamed. This Constitution's our shield, forever untamed. Yeah, yeah. From the mountains to the prairies, from sea to shining sea, we defend this sacred right, it's what sets us free. God bless the USA, where the truth can still be told. Freedom of speech, forever, bold, brave, and bold. They try to cancel, they try to shadow ban, label hate speech, but they don't understand. Big tech, big government colluding in the dark, but we got the First Amendment lighting up the spark. No law can gag the preacher, no rule can hush the crowd, no censor can drown the patriot shouting proud. This ain't just paper, it's blood, sweat, and fight. The heartbeat of liberty burning through the night. So raise your voice high when the storm winds blow. Defend the right to speak, let the whole world know. From speech, let it ring out loud and clear. The First Amendment standing tall year after year. We won't be silenced, we won't be muzzled or tamed. This Constitution's our shield, forever untamed. From the mountains to the prairies, from sea to shining sea, we defend this sacred right, it's what sets us free. God bless the USA, where the truth can still be told. Freedom of speech, forever, bold, brave, and bold. One more time. Freedom of speech, forever bold. Yeah. That's the sound of liberty ringing. First Amendment strong. America forever. God bless the USA.
All right, here we go. Welcome, everybody. It's nice to be here tonight. I went and had lunch with Mom today. We went to the flea market, had a good time, and then I came home and worked on YouTube stuff for the last 5 hours. I guess you guys can tell. Hello, everybody. My name's Ian. This is Starship Adventures, and this is the Saturday night edition of the Sights and Sounds of Earth for this March 21st, 2026. It's 9/11 on the East Coast, 6/11 on the left coast, and we are broadcasting live on YouTube, the world's largest broadcast platform, from our private studios in North Fort Myers, Florida. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And yes, as of tonight, we now have memberships. I know that's crazy. You guys have been telling me to do it for a long time, and I've just been putting it off and putting it off. I went and watched a few videos today and just made all the clicks and did it. There it is. It's done. I set it for the lowest amount possible, $2. I just want to get people on board. I'm eventually going to have like a $5 level and a $10 level down the road, and you'll get different icons or whatever. But for right now, this is good. And it's really cool because it gives you guys a lot of things. You now have emoticons just for this channel. You got a little Star Trek Delta, you get a Trump face, and you get the little Starship logo, and you'll find those under your emoticons now if you're a member of the channel, a crew member. And that's what we are calling it. You guys are members of the crew or crew members. And so anybody that's a member, instead of just being a member, they're a crew member. There you go. There's the logo. Isn't that cool? I love this stuff. It's campy, but I love it. Anyway, so there you go. Yellow Rose, your name is green. I don't know. I guess you can do that too. I don't know. That's cool. Yeah, so anyway, there you go, guys. After you've been on a month, you will get the rank of Lieutenant Senior, or I'm sorry, Ensign Senior grade, and you'll get your half hash marks. And then after, I think it's 2 months, you get your full lieutenant. And then 6 months, 4 months after that, I believe, you get your lieutenant commander, and you work your way all the way up through the red shirt ranks. It's pretty cool how it works. No, it doesn't work exactly like it does in the show. It's as close as I could make it work. So, but how about one for hams? There you go. Which, Dom, that reminds me, I've been wanting to do this for a while. I'm adding you as a standard moderator because I appreciate you being here. And I got a few others on the list coming up. that I'm going to be making moderators too. A couple of you are in here right now, so don't despair. I'm doing a couple each week, and so there you go. All right. Signed in from the sanctuary state of Washington. Hi, everyone. Well, there you go. Hey, Mark, thanks for being here, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, so here's how it works. I figured we would start tonight. There's not a whole lot of breaking news going on right now. I've taken a look at the radar, and there's not a lot going on there either. Nationwide, it's actually fairly quiet out there. The only place in the country is we've got a little bit of rain moving through South Carolina and North Carolina from west to east. That's it. It's just north of our cabins up there in the mountain. Heath and I both have cabins up in the mountains up there. The rain's just north of that in North Carolina and South Carolina, and it's moving east. No big deal, just some rain, a little bit of a downpour. So there you go. All right, and yeah, feel free to put sports stuff in there. I don't care what you guys put in the chat room. Everything's a go. If you get too nasty, we'll ask you to step it back a little bit. But we try to have as much of a free speech environment as we can here on Starship Adventures. All right, so tonight we also on the backup channel, I have the flight tracker. You can see it right here, flight tracker, live shot of Tel Aviv. And also over here, you can see the alert. The alerts go off automatically in here for the Middle East crisis. So if you're interested in any of that, that's broadcasting 24/7 over on the Linux machine on the backup channel, which is Starship After Dark. And that view during the first 5 days of the war, when I had this up, the first 5 days of this latest conflict in this war, I should say, believe it or not, it actually got, I think, 60,000 views or something. So that people don't stay long because it's not all that entertaining. I am playing our music, the music I made over there. I'm playing all that patriotic music. And so there you go. And I had to answer a few nasty comments for that. Anyway, yeah, I've been putting up these Trump and all commercials. And man, I got to tell you guys, I have been getting some shade, whatever you want to call it. I've been getting some shit. I've got one guy, he comes in here, and Star Trek's a bunch of, Star Trek was based in Scientology. I'm like, excuse me? And so I spent like 2 days counterpointing this guy back and forth about it. Protecting the good name of Star Trek. It's ridiculous. I love to do it. I love to comment back to people and counterpoint people. And my job is to get them to go away and run them off. It's been hotter than a son of a bitch here in Clearfield, Utah early. Early heat, yes, early heat in a lot of places out west. And we also have had a few warm days, but nothing like you guys are having. I will tell you, though, that, we've had early and late a lot of things lately. We're going to see what happens. There is something to report, though. We've got a strengthening La Nina. There's a real good chance we are going to have a slightly stronger than normal hurricane season. We're waiting for the next batch of numbers to come out from Colorado. Why we trust anybody in Colorado for hurricane stuff, I don't know, but that's what we do. That is what we do here. All right, so we've been following these geomagnetic storms that have been happening. A CME, or coronal mass ejection, hit the Earth's geomagnetic field on March 20th. The impact deflected the U.S. Geological Survey's magnetometer in Boulder, Colorado, by a magnitude of 56. A significant jolt. Soon after the CME arrived, a strong G3 class geomagnetic storm ensued with auroras across northern Europe and Canada. And the pictures are amazing. They're white and pink with green outline. They're absolutely beautiful. The apex of the storm, the auroras were observed in Europe as far south as France, and in the U.S. as far south as Arizona. In both places, the display was only a faint red glow in the lower sky, but it still did get photographed, and it did. You could actually see it. So there you go. Look, I've seen it twice here in Florida. I never imagined in my life I would get to see the Aurora. So anytime there's a chance in the U.S. that you guys can see it, excluding Alaska, because they get to see them all the time. Anybody in the U.S., if I think you get a chance to see them, I'm going to let you know, because a lot of us have that on our bucket list. It's still on my bucket list because what I saw here was no big deal, but. Well, thank you. Thanks, Dispatch. I do appreciate that. I guess we should probably hear from our sponsor tonight, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this show tonight is sponsored by the makers of Trumpanol. Trumpanol. You don't have to be a crazy bitch all the time.
Welcome back to reality.
Do you have a family member that has gone off the deep end? Lost all connection with reality? Are they suffering uncontrolled crying and an unexplainable hatred for Donald Trump? Do you want to get that loved one back? Introducing MAGA Strength Trumpanol, a medication specifically formulated to treat the symptoms of Trump derangement syndrome. It reverses the debilitating effects of TDS and brings normalcy and reason back into focus. Get your loved one back today with Trumpanol.
Side effects include sudden onset of personal responsibility and a strange desire to pay your own bills. Uncontrollable urge to say thank you to service workers and law enforcement, mild to severe improvement in critical thinking skills, may cause enthusiastic patriotism, flag waving, and an inexplicable urge to get a job or start a nuclear family, increased tolerance for differing political opinions, sudden appreciation for border security and law and order, temporary loss of victimhood identity, patients report feeling oddly empowered instead, development of a functional sense of humor about political figures, may develop immunity to corporate media fear porn, may cause you to stop virtue signaling on social media and start building something real in the physical world. Do not take if you are allergic to winning, common sense, or constitutional republics.
Trumpanol, the leading treatment for acute Trump derangement syndrome in adults. Get Trumpanol today, wherever psychedelic or hallucinogenic drugs are sold. Stop being a crazy bitch. Get Trumpanol today.
Trumpanol, welcome back to reality.
And yeah, if you really care for your loved one, you should consider getting them Trumpanol. Maybe break it up and put it in their food. I don't know, do something, because the truth is, we've just got way too many crazy blue hair bitches running around the world right now, and their little beta males running around next to them. And so I think it's really important right now that we get Trumpanol out there. I mean, look at the top 3 screens. This is Portland, or Crazy Land, whatever you want to call it. I call it the Island of Misfit Toys, but you can call it whatever you want. But there you go. I'm working on another upright to get in there, but let me see if anybody else. Looks like Portland. I don't see anything else. If anybody has anything else, let me know. Do let me know. All right, guys, so what's going on tonight is memberships. Yeah, I did it. I went right off the freaking deep end, guys. I did the membership thing today, and yeah, you can join. It's a whopping $2. Not going to shame you into it. There's what you get on it right now is for the first couple weeks is probably going to be the little emoticons and stuff. I mean, I'm working on it, but I am going to put out a couple of videos a month. Just for my members, where I talk about some stuff, different things. But I am, in about 30 days, we're going to have our first Zoom meeting. And I'm going to send all the members the link to the Zoom meeting. And only members can come. And we're going to talk about the channel and what we want to do and what direction we want to move in. And then we'll just bullshit about whatever you guys want to bullshit about. It'll be kind of like a crew meeting, a staff meeting. Where we can get together, and I want you guys to feel like you have a little bit of ownership. I want you to feel like that you know you can help direct the channel. I think it's important. I'm not necessarily calling it a democracy, but you know, I'm still the captain of the ship. But I do want input from all of my crew. I want to hear what you guys want to do, and then I want to hear how we can do it. Maybe there's things you guys can help me with. Maybe there's things you guys want to do. And there is different things out there. So we're going to talk about all of this. I've been working on lists of what could be done. and what I just don't have time to do, what I would like to do. There's services out there that make shorts. Hey, Texas Mouse, thanks for joining. And I also want to mention our first 2 official crew members today, Jungle Jordy, and Yellow Rose, our 2 first official crew members today. And now Texas Mouse has joined the crew. You guys stop by the quartermaster and get your uniforms, and we'll meet for crew orientation after the show. All right, so there you go. Captain Kirk went off the deep end in Star Trek. Is that 3 or 4? Well, he went off the deep end a few times, but that's okay. He's Captain Kirk. That's what starships are for. I mean, come on, it's Bill Shatner, man. Come on. I just watched that one today. I was watching someone who was doing a thing about how bad stuff. I've been kind of hooked on all these videos about the Kurtzman train wreck with Star Trek, and so I've been kind of hooked on these videos. And I watched one today, and he kept putting in clips from the original Star Trek, and he said Star Trek went from something really important, and it was Captain Kirk going, "That's what starships are for, gentlemen. We are explorers of the universe. That's what we do." And I was just like, oh man, I love that speech. And it really fit where he was using it too, because now you got Starfleet Academy and they're just a bunch of idiots, absolute idiots. Deploribus, welcome aboard the crew. Welcome aboard, guys. There you go. All right. Oh, man, that's another one too. I got a few of you guys that I've got a list here of people who I'm getting ready to make moderators, and a list of people that I'm going to make moderators. So, but Texas Mouse, welcome aboard, and I'll be making a few more in the next week. So you guys just hang in there. All right, and Matt, thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Official crew member now, Matt. Pick up your uniforms with the quartermaster. Make sure he issues you a brand new phaser. I don't want you guys getting those old used ones. All right. The pool for the whales is there. 3. Yeah, that's the, yeah, that would be Star Trek 4, the voyage home. Wouldn't it? I think that's Star Trek 4, the voyage home. That's the one that Leonard Nimoy directed. That one. It's so good. All right, guys, hang in there. There's a lot going on tonight. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. So back to the membership thing. Let me just finish that up real quick. I'm still developing this. I decided that rather than building the entire wall, I would just build part of the wall and then tell you guys about it. So that's kind of what I've done. I've built memberships out. I got all the little icons. If you guys are members, you can look in there. There's 4 or 5 extra emoticons that you have now, and that's just one of the little small perks that don't really mean much, but it's kind of cool. Memberships. I got a link. I was looking for that, and then I got sidetracked. Yeah, here it is. It's just $2. It's literally just $2, guys. I'm not trying to fleece you guys out of money. I'm trying to make little ways to make the channel bigger. And, it is what it is. But I will say, if 50 of you guys join, that's $100 a month. I get about $82 of that, I think. So it's really not bad. It will help me keep things going. I can buy a few more memberships at places. I spend about $145 a month right now on radars and flight trackers and memberships to different things where I get feeds and scanner feeds and different things where I use, resources and things. So it's about $130, $145 depending on the month. And so a lot of the money goes to that, keep, maintaining that. And then the rest of it goes to buying cameras and stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah, isn't that cool that I can actually add? And guess what? It incentivizes me too. I'm only allowed to have 4 custom emoticons. However, I can already add the 5th one now because every time I get 5 or 10 more members, it gives me another one. So I'm going to add more icons. So that's another thing you guys can let me know if there's a certain emoticon that you would always wanted to use, but there never was one. God, I don't know what it would be at this point. But if there was ever an emoticon, I know that one's hard to see, but that's the Constitution. That's freedom of speech. That's my freedom of speech icon. There's my Trump one. I like that one. I actually found that, and then I made the background clear so that whether you're on the white background or the black background or a colored background even, Trump will appear to be cut out and on your background. Same thing with the Delta. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm going to probably change that one out. It's kind of hard to see what it is. It says "We the People" with a little feather, but yeah, I wanted to do something. Yep, no, I agree. Content's what makes any show, and that's why I'm here every night. I'm trying to do this 7 nights a week, despite everything else I do. So, hey, Dom, just joined the official crew. Thanks, Dom. I appreciate that. You guys will notice in, I think it's 1 month, you'll get your first promotion. It comes automatically. Hey, Dom, I don't know how you joined twice. But somehow you joined twice. I don't know. All right, so that's pretty damn cool. I don't care who you are. I like all that. I was in another guy's channel a while back, and I'll tell you who it is too. It's his name's Chuck Bronson. He does cop watching. He drives around and just watches the cops. It's kind of fun sometimes when there's stuff going on. And in his, they're all like, they got like these obscene pickles for each rank. It's like, I don't know. They do crazy stuff. But I thought it would be better to have like little ranks. You'll see when the rank comes up, it'll be just a red square with the little like rank on it. You'll see it anyway. I think it's cool. Hey, Captain Happy, welcome in. How's things up on Boca Grande? Are you in the lee side of Boca Grande, I assume? Boca Grande is actually a peninsula in Charlotte County, but it dips down so low that it ends up back in Lee County again. And you actually, if you want to drive from my house to Boca Grande, it's like an hour and 15 minutes or something. But I'm back in Lee County again once I get there. It's kind of weird. But yeah, Boca Grande's a neat place. Oh, USP 99. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Pick up your uniforms with the quartermaster. I didn't know if you guys would like this. I will admit I've had a lot of people tell me to do this, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know, but I'm gonna do it. I've already got things scheduled out. I'm gonna keep up with it. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of extra content. It's a couple bucks, so it's not like I have to bring in live performers or anything. But I'm going to provide extra content beyond just the the emoticons and the little things. But that's cool. It'll be fun. All right, so here's what we got going on right now. We got 3 different shots of Tweety Bird in front of the ice building. They brought out these blanket things. I'm sure they were purchased by one of the rich people that are obviously funding and paying for a lot of these people to be out here. But what you'll notice is, and that one keeps flipping back and forth, but what you'll notice is they've got these shiny blankets. Now what those are thermal blankets. We used to have those at the fire department. I don't think they're very thermal, but that's what they called them. And they're kind of a metal-y type material. They're kind of like really pliable, like tinfoil, I guess you could call it. I don't know. That's all they are, though. They're just like blankets that you would use in an ambulance or something. So anyway, that's what we got there. But anyway, well, thank you everybody for joining up. I do appreciate that tonight. I am glad to see you guys do that. And if you did join up, check out your emoticons because you'll have a few extra ones there. And I'll be adding to those. As of tomorrow, there'll already be another one there. And as more and more people join, it will allow me to add more. And I'm looking for suggestions. So anyway, there you go. All right, so that's how memberships work. Now, that's the first piece of good news. The second piece of good news, I started my shop. Yes, I know. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I didn't put a post up about this because it wasn't quite working yet. So I didn't want to put it up because it wasn't quite working yet. But right as we were going on the air, the functionality started. So if you go to my channel, you will notice there's now a store button as well. And the merchandise, although is not populating properly, it will within the next 24 hours populate properly, and you'll be able to see all the different merchandise that you'll be able to purchase. And yes, Dreadnought, we got memberships. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's only $2. I'm not fleecing you guys. It's a little here for there. That's all. Not usually, Dreadnought. My health is not the best. So truthfully, about one every 20 days I take off. I'll have a bad night. And you guys understand it. I mean, it is what it is. I'm an old man. All right, I'm 57, 56, but I feel like an old man. That's a really good idea. That's Dispatch. That's a really good idea, and I don't care that it's a ripoff from Art because I love Art. Art. We're talking about Art Bell, the man that founded Coast to Coast AM and founded Paranormal Radio for all intents and purposes. Hey Heath, how you doing up there, man? You hanging in there? Don't let them nurses tell you no. You're the boss. You're paying the bills. Yeah. Got to tell them in there. Extra gravy and bring salt. I don't know what it is about hospitals. They feed the blandest food in them places. It's not bad food. It's not like terrible. It's just bland as hell. But anyway, Heath, I hope you're doing better, buddy. I really do. A little bit of rain just moved through just north of Clayton up there, but I think you guys didn't get much of that. Yeah, it's just $2 is all it is. It's $2. It's just it's a little way to support the channel. And then you get the little red icon, and the little red icon, you'll get promotions. They slow down, but you will get promotions. When you hit the little thing, it shows you all the little icons and stuff. So, Dreadnought, thank you very much for joining the crew. I do appreciate it. Thank you. We're doing good. I was kind of surprised. I didn't know if you guys would want to do this or not. It's only $2. I don't like asking people for money. I'm more a philanthropist than an entrepreneur, and I'm actually learning how to be an entrepreneur. I would much rather, like, I don't know. I've always been very big on philanthropy. I worked for the government for 20 years and did a lot of philanthropy in the government, with the government, and outside the government. And still with my station, I do a lot of it there. So it's kind of more my thing, but I'm really starting to like this whole, this entrepreneurial effect of this. This actually could send me across the country. I want to come see all you guys. My dream is to build that van that I showed you the plans for last night, or the night before, or whatever it was. I'm going to build that van. I'm going to build it, and I'm going to drive across the country, and I'm going to see you guys. Anybody that wants me to. I'm not going to show up unannounced. But anybody that wants me to, we'll get together ahead of time. We'll plan a date, and I'll come slide by, I don't need a place to stay. I don't need to hook up. I don't need anything. You just come out, sit in my second chair, and be my co-host for tonight. And that's all there is to it. And then I probably will just sleep there in your driveway and take off in the morning. I think it'll be a really cool thing. And so that's literally what I'm doing right now. Is I'm trying to build this channel to the point that I can retire from radio here, which will be my second career. I'm already retired from the fire service, and I'll retire from radio. I'm coming up on my 15. I'm 15 years in now radio. I'm in my 15th year, and so yeah. So the good news there is, you know, in the next 3 or 4 years, I plan to completely retire out and take my van that I'm going to build and head up the road. Oh. Well, thank you, Dreadnought. I don't know how to do this, though. Let me see. Oh, no. This is good. This is training. Does it... Oh, okay. I see. It automatically picks somebody. I like that because I don't want to do it. That's really cool. Oh, that's really cool. Well, Mark, congratulations. You just received a gift membership from Dreadnought 2024. So there you go. All right. Well, thank you, Dreadnought. That was nice. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was really cool. Guys, I'm learning. I am never shy about that. I was a training officer for 12 years. I was an educator. I've taught all kinds of different places. I was a Red Cross instructor, an American Heart Association instructor, an EMT refresher course instructor, a fire school instructor. I mean, I've done all of it. You know, I was even certified through the state as an instructor. So teaching is my thing. I love teaching. And one of the humilities you learn as a teacher is to be able to say, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's learn it together. You know, and that's kind of where I'm at tonight right now. I feel like I'm learning this myself right with you guys. Yes, thank you very much. So, Dreadnought, thanks one more time for gifting the membership. That's awesome. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, they did. He got the membership. He sure did. Yep. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that. That is so cool. All right, so there you go, guys. We're all learning together. I've been on YouTube for 5 or 6 years now with this channel, and I'm still just learning brand new things right now. So that's cool. Yeah, no, I get it, Dispatch. I understand that, but that's cool. You still get to do the membership thing for a month and see if you like it. I'm going to be slowly adding things. That's why I started it literally at the lowest amount they would let me start it at, because I'm learning, and you guys are going to go along with me and pay very, very little for what I'm doing, because I understand. Eventually, when I'm doing things that are worth more, then maybe I'll charge a little more. But for right now, I'm very happy with where I'm at. Also, on the merch, they suggested, like on these hoodies, they suggested $42 and gave me $13 of smack. And I'm like, no, that's ridiculous. $13 a profit on this, that's nuts. So everything I did is set at $2 profit. I don't care if it's a coffee mug or a sweater or a jacket or a shirt. Everything in here is set on $2. That's it. So my merch is not going to be $40 or $50 for a sweatshirt or something. That's ridiculous. So I'm just letting you guys know. Like I said, the whole entrepreneurial cutthroat thing is a little foreign to me. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, so yes, merch ideas. I want merch ideas. As a matter of fact, I want to come up with a way that you guys can send me quick and easy input. The problem is when you guys put it in the chat room, sometimes I don't capture it, or I forget about it, or I put it somewhere and then don't save it. So it's hard. I want to get. I'm trying to work on a place or a. I mean, we got Discord. We could do it there, but a lot of people don't use Discord. So I don't know. I want to come. It may just be like a Google sheet or a Google survey. You know what I could do? I could put together a Google survey in about 20 minutes, and ask you guys 40 different questions with easy stuff. Drop down menus. You can add your input, and then I can run that through. I love Google. If you guys have never used Google surveys, oh, it's amazing. You can set up like pull down menus, and it will then just give you a summary at the end of the week. You just pull down a summary, or just look at it right on the screen. There's your summary, and 73 people took the survey. Of those, 53% like choice A, 32% like choice B. And man, it gives you a really quick down and dirty of what people really think about what you're doing. Yeah. I could just come up with another email address. That's a possibility too. I'll come up with something for tomorrow night. I think I'm going to do a Google survey and let you guys take that if you want to. And then maybe also a new, because email's easy. Yes, I'm doing Trump and all. Guys, I haven't set it up yet. All this was done in the last 5 hours. I'm not lying to you. I got home from, spending the day with Mom. I got home about 3 o'clock, and I've been hammering this. Once I put my groceries away, I've been hammering this. So, well, that's cool, Mark. I would love to do it. I'm going to put armor plating on it so I can get in there behind enemy lines. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. When people call our show from the left coast, we always say, and calling from behind enemy lines. Oh, that's cool though. No, I plan to do it. I love the Pacific Coast. I've never been out there. There's a lot of things I'd love to see up and down the Pacific Coast. My number one thing, of course, is Vasquez Rocks in California, but there's a lot of other things I'd love to see. And I know this sounds crazy. I want to go do a show one night sitting. I want to park my van across from the ICE building down there and do a show one night. I'm not lying to you. I want to do a live show down there where we're watching my cameras. I have to bring 4 or 5 of you guys with me. I'm going to need some muscle. There you go. We had a dog here named Boomer. Boom Boom. We called him Boom Boom. He was, oh, what was he? Oh, shit, I just drew a blank. Oh, well, I'll think of it. Anyways, a big ol' ass dog. Yeah, it is true, Dom. This merchandise, it's China stuff. It's all direct ship, and it is what it is. If you got to treat it well. I bought a bunch of Star Trek shirts, and some of them held up really good, and some of them, one of them, the logo's like it's just like shit. I don't know what it is, but this is one of the 3 companies that YouTube recommends. It's called Spring, and I used to use Cafe Press years ago, and they were good to me. But Spring directly hooks up to YouTube. I could have saved a couple of, I could have probably, I don't know, maybe made a little more or done a little better if I went with a third party and connected. But you know what? If it takes me hours to do something, that doesn't save me anything. If you know what I mean. Time is money. And so I just, I decided, since this integrates very easily, I just integrated it. Please don't buy anything. Give it a couple days. Don't buy anything yet. Because I don't even know if this shit's going to come out right. Let me test it first. It's showing a bunch of blank products right now, and everything I have on my page has a logo on it. So I don't know what's going on right now. It's So let's just not buy anything yet. But yeah, I want to do on location stuff. You guys have no idea. I would love to do. I want to do a show one night, sitting down, in New York, or sitting in, somewhere. I want to go places where I can. My van's going to have high definition cameras on it. So wherever I go, I can bring you guys the sights and sounds of Earth at that location. I'm even looking at these reflector mic, like parabolic mics and stuff. Man, there's some really cool stuff you can buy now. I throw out a tripod with a parabolic mic, and we're listening to people talking a mile away. Yeah, we're big with the canine crowd out there. This segment's sponsored by Dog Chow. I'm gonna make more commercials. It's just today I was gonna make a Trump and All commercial, and I decided to do the membership and merch instead, and I think that was a good choice. Yeah. So that's what it is. It's the memberships are on, the merch is going. I'm gonna just don't buy any merch for a few days. Let me make sure I get everything set up right. I'm gonna do a lot of Trump and All stuff. I'm gonna have all kinds of Trump and All stuff, Trump and All hats, Trump and All coffee mugs. I think Trump and All coffee mugs would be a fun one. That's something you make it. I'm gonna make it like low key, and you just sit it on your desk and you don't say a word about it. Oh boy, the crazies are out in Portland. What are they talking about? Oh my God, what are we doing here? Let me look. Where are we at? What's number 4 sound like?
No, the numbers are getting bigger, you dumbass.
And they're playing music, so I can't take it. That's how stupid they are, guys. They want to get their word out, so they use the F word. Every 6 or 7 words is the F word. And number 2, they play copyrighted music behind everything, and they wonder, why is the YouTubers not covering this? Why is the local news not covering this? Why is the CNN, the Communist News Network, and MSLSD not covering us? Why are we not on Meet the Depressed? Why are we not on Deface the Nation? I mean, and they keep asking these questions. Well, the answer is because your ass keeps playing stuff that none of us can put on our stream. Oh, deploribus. Woo, that's mean, but that's cool. I get it. I have had very good luck with our Chinese restaurants around here. Nice people, nice food. And as a fire inspector, I can tell you that most of them were in really good shape. But we had one here a while back that would go dig in all the dumpsters of all the other restaurants after they closed, and that was a little much. Yes, Mark. Well, that's what I plan to do. I'll show up. We'll go hang out. We'll go somewhere in your town and do a live show. I'll do a couple nights even. Yeah, I plan on just going across the country, and when there's none of my members or listeners are around, then I will go. I'll just stay at a campground. I'll just stay at a tent campground somewhere, because I'm completely self-sustained. I'm not going to need electrical or anything. I'll be completely self-sustained. Me and whatever cat I've got with me. Yeah, I think it'd be great. I would love to just pick, and I'm willing to do whatever the other person's willing to do. We can go do a couple different nights in different places or whatever. I mean, my life will become this. And during the day, I'll shoot features and make them. I'll shoot shorts and make them. Yeah. I'm eventually looking for crew. Not just crew, but I mean, I'm eventually looking for my bridge crew, basically, and that's what I'm going to call them, bridge crew. And I'm looking for somebody that once a day would want to go to a service and make a couple of shorts from my show the night before. There's a service right now. I just don't have time. It takes time. And I get up every day and I have so much time. And when I had this service, I wasn't using it, so I canceled it. But I would love to get one of these shorts services that just takes my video. You know, you just download my video and you upload it to the service. I think some of them harvest it straight from YouTube. And it will make 5 or 10 of them, and you just go through and pick which ones are good. You can move my picture around, or move the picture of what I'm showing around, or whatever, and make shorts. I'm just, it would only take 10 or 15 minutes a day, but I need somebody that could concentrate on just like that one thing. There's other things too. Eventually, I want to do more social media. I need people that know about social media, that could start Facebook pages and different things that I don't have right now. I could start a Facebook page and then allow that person to control the Facebook page and actually put everything on there and answer people, respond to people as me, as the channel. You know, I want to get on all social media. So there's a lot to do out there, and so I think eventually I'll find 5 or 10 people that want to be my bridge crew, and want to do this, and want to get with me and do this, and actually do it. Maybe eventually I'll even, like I said, when I get on the road, there'll be people that want to go with me for a while. I would love to. I'd love to just take it on the road. I really would. I know you're playing Dreadnought. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of TV or movies anymore. I don't have time. No, last I heard, the dam was still intact. The rain quit last night. They were able to get on top of it. The dam, from what I heard. Now, I don't know. It's kind of, I will admit, the cable news channels, I'm starting to get a little disenchanted with, even with Fox News, which you guys know I'm a pretty big fan. I kind of work there, but anyway, Fox News is kind of like, because it's all politics now. It's all war, politics, war, politics, war, politics. They're not really covering anything else. But then I got mixed emotions. Should they be covering? Should they be covering these protests up there? You know? I mean, is this something we should cover? Let me see if any more videos have come up. Because if you cover these people, then you're giving them legitimacy. You've got 26 people out here. Some of them are dressed like superheroes. Others are dressed like frogs and other amphibians. And some yet... I think there's even one dressed as a marsupial and 2 as extinct creatures. And here's the Antifa boys, all blacked out. And there's your crazy, nutty professor right there. 1.21 gigawatts! Lots of spoofing going on. There's a whole lot of spoofing going on. I hate it. All right, I've condensed what I've got there on the protest into those two, upper right, upper center. Let me see what else I can find. I think I might have another one. Wow. The rollies down there are not me. Those were doing that earlier too. There's an issue with these cameras coming out of the Middle East. I don't know what it is. I switched 2 or 3 times and then I realized that it's not the providers that are having the problem. It's the signal coming out of the Middle East. So that's not my computer doing that. You can see that that image is running great. It's just the guy that's completing this composite here is having a hard time with those two signals coming out of Beirut and Tel Aviv. And I've also got the tracker up right now out of Israel. All right, and I do have a new one. I just have to set this up here real quick. Let me go get number 7. I will say this thing is running a lot better since I fixed that browser issue and that all the different issues. It needed just some general maintenance, you know, like it hadn't had it in a while. All right, there's another feed here coming in. I don't think that we have this one yet. It's a little yippy skippy. Okay, it's a lot yippy skippy. A lot yippy skippy. There it is. Yeah, there's a lot more people coming up with this, so this protest is definitely getting bigger at this point. Where's all the trolls been lately? Even the trolls have kind of given up lately. Yep, yeah, the Beirut and Tel Aviv, the cameras are down. And I've checked 2 other people that are doing the same thing, and theirs are doing the same thing. Yeah, the internet's definitely a challenge out there. All right, I've already got that video. Lots of videos up tonight. Lots of spoofing going on. There's like 10 Philly cams up. Those bums in Philadelphia are filmed more than most of the people in Hollywood. Oh boy. Yep, that's the same one I got. Got that one. I'm just making sure we got everything. 7 o'clock there. It's starting to get dark. If it doesn't get dark in these here in the next 20-25 minutes, we'll know that they're old. But I think these are all live. You can see the sun angle's pretty low. The one on the upper left I'm suspicious of. The other ones, well, you can kind of see that same sun angle in the other ones too. I don't know. I think it's all live, but I'm not sure. There you go. Maybe the Blue Texan did take some Trumpanol. You know, I think it probably could help. I think, you know, maybe it would be a good thing. I don't know. Ah, man, I hate when it does stuff like that. Oh, not this again. Oh, here we go with this again. God bless. Every time this thing shuts off or restarts, this woman comes on my screen. I don't know who she is. I don't know. I don't want to know who she is. I just want her to go away. You can tell when YouTube likes somebody, man. They plug their shit everywhere. There we go. That's better.
That's better, you guys. Hey, you guys.
Well, I think something's wrong with that one too. I don't know if we've just like lost the internet out of the Middle East or what. There's so many spoofs, I don't even know what's real. Hi, Mama Kitty. What are you doing, big girl? I don't know. Let's see what we got over here. What do you think, Mama? Crazy kitty. Mama kitty. This is about the only rain we've got in the country right now, moving through North and South Carolina. I'll put that up for just a few minutes. And I'm still looking for more cameras. Mama kitty. All right, so anyway, that's what we got. Yeah, we've got both of those views. I don't know. All right, so anyway, let's just move on here. I'll find something else in just a minute. All right, so Donald Trump has now given Iran 48 hours to comply with his demands to open up the Strait of Hormuz. If they don't, he's going to take out their entire electrical grid. Wow, what a bargain, right? All they got to do is quit attacking our ships in the Strait of Hormuz, and all of a sudden, we don't bomb all their power plants. I think it's a hell of a deal. I think they should take the deal, but they won't. Oh yeah, when we talk about gasoline, we're always talking about a state tax and a federal tax for transportation. Oh yeah, Washington's taxes are really high, but there's so many places it's kind of hard to tell who's the highest. I'm so sick of Schmuck Schumer. I can't stand that guy. He's just a joke. I just can't stand that guy. He is just such a joke. What are you doing, Mama? All right, there we go. That fixes that. And next up, we've got... I just wanted to mention briefly again tonight, we talked about it quite a bit last night, Chuck Norris passing away. He was in Hawaii, he was apparently ill, went in the hospital, and died while getting treatment at the hospital. His children today posted emotional Instagram tributes with childhood photos about their dad. So if you want to see those, oh God, Cat, come on with the water. You're like a sprinkler head. Anyway, that was cool. If you want to see those, you know how to find them. Oh man, it's one of those things, you start to lose everybody. You think about it, oh my God, we're just losing so many people. Like my mom was very saddened over this. She watches Texas Rangers. She watches that show. She loves the old reruns. No, Trump liked Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris was a big conservative. He was one of the people in Hollywood that bucked the system and still managed to be very successful. Absolutely. All right. Well, anyway, I just wanted to mention that again. He was in a lot of good shows and movies and guest appearances, and he was a big conservative, although he didn't really wear his politics out on his sleeve. Yep, you got to enjoy every day. And like I always say, when it comes to these movie stars and stuff, we still have their work. You know, I know that's kind of crazy, but if you think about it, we still have everything he made. All those movies. You can go back tonight and watch Lone Wolf McQuade. Great movie. It's got that also has Carradine in it, the one that's dead. What a great movie that is. Anyway, and some of the other ones, Missing in Action was really good. Delta Force in a campy way was really good. And of course, Walkworth Texas Ranger, I wasn't really into cop shows, but I watched that quite a bit with my mom. When I go over, sometimes she likes that show. And I know several other people that really liked that particular show. It was just something about it. All right, so I just wanted to bring that up again. I missed the guy already. It kind of sucks. Whatever. We're all gonna go. I was talking to her about that yesterday. It's like, or today. I'm sorry, earlier today, about how all of her contemporaries are dying. Chuck Norris was, I think, 4 or 5 years older than she was, and so all of her contemporaries are dying. And I'm at the point now where all the people I grew up watching on TV are dying. So we're both at different stages, To her, most all the people she watched on TV growing up are all gone already. I'm 25 years behind her, so for me, I'm now starting to lose all those people off of TV that I loved so much. I'm starting to see a lot of these shorts that come up that plays that song, and they show you like the person, and then they walk in from the side with the wings. And I have to admit, I'm starting to stop and watch those now. I didn't at first, but I'm watching them now because I'll see like Welcome Back Kotter or WKRP in Cincinnati or one of those, and I want to see who's still alive. It's amazing that there is some of them out there that are still alive. Yeah, you remember the memes with Chuck Norris? The memes were always like, my favorite one is when Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups, he doesn't go up, the earth goes down. There was all these memes about how, I don't know. I can't think of one offhand, but there was all these memes about how he's a super tough guy, and it was just funny stuff. Yeah, I think all the Sanford and Son cast is dead. I think Gilligan's Island's down to maybe one person, maybe. Yeah, there's a lot of them that they're almost all gone. Now, there's some like MASH. I'm surprised. Alan Alda, I think, the guy that played his friend there, I think, I'm trying to think, I think all of them are still here. Now, of course, the older ones are gone. Potter and Father Mulcahy are gone. Of course, David Ogden Stiers is gone. The guy that played Ferret Face is gone. And, of course, we just lost Loretta last year, Loretta Swit. But there's still a number of that cast still alive. Radar and Klinger still alive. So, yeah, like Star Trek, the original Star Trek, there's three. There's three left alive. We lost DeForest years ago. We lost Leonard Nimoy. We lost Nichelle Nichols. And of course, Jimmy Doohan, my favorite. We lost him. And now we're literally just down to Bill Shatner and Walter Koenig, who played Chekhov, who I hear is having dementia and he's nearing end of life, and George Takei. And the only reason that George Takei, oh my, the only reason that he and Bill Shatner are still alive and doing so well is because they're so stubborn that they've both decided that they're not going to be the first one to die. And so there's a real good chance that 200 years from now, Bill Shatner and George Takei could still be alive somewhere. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, Sulu and Kirk, about the only ones left. Yeah, like I said, Walter Koenig, who played Chekhov, is in a bad way. Yes, Lamont passed away several weeks ago. Yeah, it's amazing that we've lost so many people out there, man. There's so many people. Yep. Yeah, there's other old shows. I was surprised, like Lost in Space. The only ones left are the kids. I think Billy Mooney's still alive, and the two girls. I think that's it. The rest of the cast is gone. And then, yeah, I think Space 1999. I think we're down to maybe one or two cast members left. It's just, we're just at that point where when I was watching TV in the 70s and 80s, all those people were born in the 50s and 60s. You see what I mean? And they're all aging out now. Well, let's see what else we got going on here. We talked about the geomagnetic storm. That is still going on. It has subsided some, though, out there. I don't think it's going to be that much tonight. All right, to update on last night's main story, nearly 200 people were rescued while dangerous flash flood conditions continue in Hawaii as feet of relentless rain slams the island through the weekend. Evacuation warnings remain in effect for vulnerable areas of Oahu downstream of the Wahalawa Dam, and the city and county of Honolulu's Department of Emergency Management warns Wahalawa residents that all roads are at risk of failure due to the flooding. Hawaii's Governor Josh Green said in a Friday evening press conference that this is the largest flood Hawaii has seen in over 20 years since the flood of Manoa in 2004. Hawaii's National Guard has activated approximately 200 soldiers and airmen to support all counties in response to the ongoing Kona low storm, as first responders have stayed busy assisting and aiding residents standing by rapidly rising floodwaters over the past several days. Governor Green said nearly 196 people had to be rescued as of Friday afternoon. More than 80 people at campsites were rescued by Honolulu Fire Department on Oahu on Friday, with many more rescues likely across the island. Flooding reached a dangerous peak Friday when a flash flood emergency was issued over concerns of imminent failure of the Waiahua Dam in Hawaii. What are you doing? She's playing with Fox News on the tablet. What are you doing? You guys go crazy on that thing, and next thing you know, you're ordering cat food from Chewy. Oh, now she's attacking the computer. What was that all about? Did you get it? Did you get it, little girl? Okay, Oahu Emergency Management said on Saturday, as of this, the dam continues to hold, but evacuation orders do remain in place. This from Emergency Management. The Oahu Dam continues to be monitored as water levels remain elevated and as potential for heavy rain continues. These areas continue to be under evacuation orders. Residents who live in these areas are strongly urged to leave and not come back till given the all clear. Governor Green said a major hospital on Maui, airports, schools, homes, and roads have all been damaged across the island. We are now beginning to contemplate the reality of the storm. Could cost over $1 billion of damage, according to Governor Green. The American Red Cross has boots on the ground in Oahu, Maui, and the Big Island to assess damage from the most recent storm they're calling the Kona Low storm. Okay, so Federal Emergency Management Agency said it was on the ground to offer support and is monitoring conditions. Hawaii Electric warned residents to avoid down power lines. Of course, there's a good one. According to data from the PowerOutage.com, there was over 8,000 reported outages in Hawaii on Saturday, with the majority reported on the island of Oahu. Flash flood warnings remain in effect for Honolulu County and Maui County until 2:30 and 3 a.m. local time on Saturday. A flash flood watch is in place for the entire state, including the summits of the Big Island through Sunday. Some locations have seen more than a foot of rain in 24 hours. The Fox Forecast Center said a large Kona low will bring several areas of low pressure over Hawaii through Monday, tapping into anonymously. It's basically there's this layer of very, very wet air, and it's just laying over there, and then these low pressure systems are coming by, and with all this atmospheric moisture, there's just these periods of very heavy rain and flash flooding across Maui and the Big Island. So there you go. Good night, Dom. Have a good night. See you tomorrow, man. Yeah, Billy Mooney was on Babylon 5, and he was also, here's a piece of trivia, he was on Star Trek. Anybody know where? He played the technician on the Battle of Wolf 359, which is one of the best Star Trek episodes of all time. We actually got to see a Star Trek episode that was based on trench warfare, very Vietnam-style warfare, with the Jim Hadar. And that episode, for a lot of Star Trek fans, that is the pinnacle of Star Trek right there. That is an amazing episode. And Billy Mooney was in it. He gets killed at the end of it, so. Yep, and thank you guys that joined up tonight. Thank you for your contribution, and thank you for joining the crew. I do appreciate it. I don't think you guys will be disappointed. I'm going to make it worth it, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to have fun. In about 30 days, we're going to have our first Zoom meeting. That ought to be a blast. I can't wait to see all you guys and get a chance to talk to you guys about different ideas and kick things around, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to plan it during a time when we'll have some time, so it's not going to be rushed. There you go. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to be out here in just a little while. Let's go through and see what else we got going on tonight. Is there anything anybody would like me to mention? Throw it in the chat room. I have basically gone through the news and the science stuff pretty much. There's no big eruptions going on right now. Okay. Damn, I had something else I was going to go do tonight, and I forgot what it was. Oh well. All right. So yeah, I'm happy with this whole thing. I think we're gonna get this is gonna be good. Yeah, Daddy, I think he's right outside. Let me look. Let's see if I can find his old ass. Daddy, there he is. He's right there. Hey, Daddy. My poor little stroke kitty. He walks so crooked now. His one eye's different than the other one. He had a pretty bad stroke. But he's doing okay. He's living it out. That's right. He still loves little kitties, don't he? Yeah. Oh, he's a good boy. He's my good boy. Yeah. He's a good kitty. Mama's not happy that he's in here. She is not happy. Mama, he's going right out in a minute. Say hi, Daddy. Yeah. Uh-oh, here comes Mama. We got a problem. Houston, we've got a problem. She's knocking shit off. She is not happy, dude. She's taking off. She's heading for the other end of the studio. She's gonna go lay way on the other end of the studio and stare at me, gaze at me, because I let this orange bastard into her studio. He is, like I said, his name was Broken Leg Kitty, BLC. That's what we called him, BLC. And then he left and he came back, and then so that's one of his lives right there. And then, like I said, he started raising all the little kitties, and he loves little kitties. He hears the little mew mew mew, and he comes running. He hears them meowing. He's a beautiful cat, but he gets ate up with fleas. I've got a flea collar on him right now because the other cats are doing good, but they all go to him because he's got that thin ass skin. All right, so another thing I did want to mention tonight, we've got coming up in next week, a week from tonight, a week from today, I'm planning on some extended coverage. They are having a big No Kings rally. Now, how big it's going to be, that's part of the story, isn't it? I don't know. I will say they planned for this one a month ahead of time. So if that tells you anything, there's 2 chapters here in my area, and they're both doing big rallies. So this is something that's going to happen. There's going to be hundreds of views coming in, and I'm going to cover it the best I can. I may have 2 different channels up that day. I'm not sure. Kitty. Man, that lady's back up again. Damn it. I hate that. It's like, what's the problem? Alright, so let's see what we got going on here. I'm back looking for protest stuff. Yeah, there's the wedding singer guy. Yep, there's the wedding singer guy. Dude, I just wanted to sing a song about, like, freedom, man. That's right. If I was any good, I'd be working a wedding right now, making real money. But I suck ass, so I'm out here to ICE protest. So what has she got there? Like some kind of bright ass spotlight or something? What is that? And a mirror? What are we doing? What is this nutty bitch doing? I always want to ask him, like, hey lady, what's your angle on crazy today? Yes, I agree, Dispatch. I think it's been slowed down some. There's several things that have slowed it down. The first thing I think that slowed it down is what you said there. I think crackdown on that kind of stuff. But I think the second thing is fatigue. I think the people have just they're protested out. They've been doing it for months, and nothing's happening. It's worthless. That's fatigue. And then I think there's also. I think the point that all these points they're trying to make have all just become so diluted. You okay? What you doing? Hi. Not no crooked face kitty. That's right. Look up here. Look at the here. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. No, you're not gonna do it for me? He definitely had a stroke. I mean, there's no way around it. That first day, he could hardly walk. The left side wasn't even working. And then every day since then, he's gotten a little bit better. Now he walks almost normal. It's just, but his head's always leaning to the side, and his one eye's bigger than the other one now. It's, he's no longer what they call bilateral. What? You want to go out, baby girl? Was that Ed wanting in? got too many cats, guys. That's Ed Earl. She's using a mirror to deflect counter protest. What are they shining bright lights in her face or something? This is hilarious. I love this. Trump and all. That's catchy, man. This whole thing is just dumb. They literally just stand out there. They don't even know what they're doing. Oh, there you go. I don't know what all the like I said, they put all those chrome blankets out there. I don't know what the idea there is. I don't know what they're trying to do with all that. Are they supposed to represent dead bodies or something? I don't know. Looks pretty stupid to me. Well, that's the biggest problem with these people is there'll be 25 people protesting, and they'll all be protesting for different reasons. One will be like, stop the war, man. And the next one will be like, man, it's a woman's right to choose, man. And the next one will be like, no kings, man, let Maduro out. And the next one will be like, I like the Ayatollah. I thought he was good. And the next one will be like, I'm gay and I'm for Hamas. Then the next one will be like, I wear vagina hats because I feel like women's rights. And the next one will be like, I'm a protester I'm like, I don't like ice and I really don't know why because my tea was really bad without it. And the next one will be like, oh, and when you really get to the end of the day, it's like, how many of these people are protesting for all the same thing or all different things? Well, the truth is, they're all protesting for the exact same thing. They hate bad orange man. That's what it comes down to, is bad orange man. They hate bad orange man. He could come out with the cure for cancer and they would lay there and die. Yep. Yeah, there'll be Iranian flag. Oh, and by the way, that's not just the gay flag. First of all, the one that's the white one, the white and light blue and tan one. That's one of the bisexual ones. I'm not sure which one. The other one there, I've been trying to study these flags lately. The other one there is actually the all-inclusive flag. And you'll see there all the colors, the gay colors down the front. And that's LGBTQIA2S+. And then on the other side, you've got the colors that are coming in on a diagonal. There you have black, brown, yellow, pink, blue, everybody except. So basically, what that flag means, literally what that flag means, is go everybody but straight white men. Go everybody but straight white men. We hate straight white men. Go everybody but straight white men. That's literally what it means. It stands for everybody but straight white men. They're the only people that can't be on there. And I want to know, I looked it up. There is no straight white man flag. Why do I not have a flag? Shouldn't I have a flag? Yeah, there's 50 gay flags. 50 gay flags. I know it's hard to believe, but yeah, there's 50 gay flags, and you guys really should know all of them. What we like to do here on Starship Adventures is do a test, and I think maybe we probably need to do some kind of test on the gay flags, maybe, because I don't think my audience knows them well enough. I really don't. Maybe we need to do something for it. I don't know. You guys think we should administer a test? Just kidding. Oh, freak. All right, guys. Yeah. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, here they are. These are the gay flags. I want you guys to make sure you memorize them. Actually, I can't even read that. It's too blurry. Let's see if I can find a better one. Oh, freak. Trying to figure out why nothing's working. I'm in Bing instead of Google. Jesus. Nothing works right in that program. All right, here we go. That's better. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, I get so sick of the way this thing does things. I wish I could design this program. The way AI is going, it won't be long and I will be able to design this program. I can't wait. I'm going to make it so much better. Not gonna have all this bullshit thing where everything is so difficult. Oh my God, this is taking way too long. But yeah, here you go, guys. I just wanted you to see it again. This is the gay flags, and that second one up there. Actually, no. This is the one that they were waving here. That's the intersex inclusive pride flag. Are you guys able to see this okay? Are you guys able to see it? This is the intersex inclusive pride flag. And the circle means it. The circle is the intersex pride flag, and so that they added that to the end. So what it basically means, if you go up and down, it's LGBTQIA2S plus, and then if you go left to right, it is intersex inclusive, and then it's all the different races. And I asked a while back, does the white stripe mean white people? No, it does not. They're not represented. Now, if you're white and gay, then you would be represented by the gay side. It's just crazy. Hey, Daddy. Come on over, buddy. Come on. He walks so crooked. I'm afraid he's going to fall off. Come on. Oh, they got a demi-girl pride flag. A demi-boy pride flag. I mean, look at all this, guys. I don't even know what a lot of this even means. But I want to make sure you guys, if you're going to go to these protests, you have to know what you're doing with these flags. So there will be a test. Hey, look at me. I brought the mirror off the back of the door in my bedroom. Yeah, I'm stupid. I think that upper left one is looped. I'm looking for new ones. What are you doing? I don't know. Let's see if they're playing music.
He's kind of smiling all freaky at him. But it's starting to get dark, so that'll get interesting.
Slam on the brakes because all of the dust goes like this. So shooting in slow-mo and I'm like, yes.
That'll get interesting.
Call that the hero shot, and then you take off the mask and you've got the goatee going right here.
I didn't realize, I've learned in this show to not look in the mirror. that is a behind the scenes. I don't think I ever look in the mirror.
That's my
There's
favorite.
not even point to get right at
The
it.
actual screenshot that we have, your promo right there, is after a 15-mile walk that you've done in scale, what, El Capitan or something?
Yeah, we did half dome and we went under a waterfall and then they were like, take a picture. I'm like, great. And then they use it in all
You have a great point. You have a great point, Matt. That is the problem. The unions prevent bad teachers from getting fired. That's the number one problem. Number two, many of these teachers are now becoming teachers because they want to be indoctrinators.
we were describing UTVs for thinking about them actually carrying these trees.
And number three, it's just the low standard of government. Government has no standards. They don't police themselves. They don't watch how they spend your money. It's ridiculous.
Who said that? Oh, your cat. I'm kidding. We love you, cat. Oh, yeah, they're great. Knock out that one up on the screen. Me and the dinosaur? Who put the dinosaur?
I hear the rooster song in the background.
No, I'm good. I just wondering.
Woo! All right, let's see what else we got. I think it's just this. And you can try to pick out what they're all there for. You got a bisexual flag, a gay inclusion flag, an Iranian flag. I mean, what are they all there for? Who knows? The one thing in common, other than the counter protesters, the one thing in common is they all hate Big Orange Man. Not you, Big Orange Man, the other Big Orange Man. I call him my Big Orange Man. All right, Ed.
Yeah, stay home or come to ice. What do you choose? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So, since this flag no longer represents the people, we're going to burn it. And I look forward
Here we go, more flag burning.
to this flag represents freedom and
It's that crazy, nutty professor piece of shit.
fly it proudly again. Until then, we're going to burn this shit.
And for this guy, I'm sorry, but I have to immediately recommend our brand new product that just came out. We've got a brand new product, guys, that just came out, and it is amazing. It's called Trumpium. And Trumpium is an amazing world-class mood stabilizer. Trumpium, when taken in conjunction with other Trumpinol medications, can actually provide long-term stabilization for liberal pieces of shit like this man that's burning our flag right now. And so I can't recommend strong enough to take Trumpium today. Trumpium, the mood stabilizer for stupid liberals. Yeah, we have to make our own flag. It's going to be like an orange flag. Oh, look at that piece of shit burning that flag. I just hope he bought that flag with his own money, and that way he's supporting the... that way he's supporting the free markets. All right, let's see. Sparkle damage. Yeah, it's sparkle damage. Look at these pieces of shit out there. Burning our flag, man. What good did that do? Hey, what good did that do? I'd like to know. Well, what good did that do? I really hate the flag burning, guys. I really do. I can't stand it.
Daddy, Kitty, you're back. What's up, big man? You ready to go to bed? You ready?
My poor crippled man. I've had old cats before. I've had a lot of old cats that had their health problems and everything, but I've never had one that had a stroke before. And it's a little different, but he's okay. He takes care of himself. He's always had not the best lungs, you know, because being the lighter cat and everything. And now that he's had the stroke, he's having a harder time getting his lungs to clear out. Yeah, and the biggest problem is in the morning, they got to go out there and hose that down because if you guys ever smelled unicorn piss, it is nasty. And they got to go out there with a fire hose in the morning and spray all that unicorn piss off into the gutter because it's some nasty shit. He has a good home. He's had a good home for many years, actually. He's been with me for a long time. He's been my kitty for 10 years. And I'm not even sure how old he is after that. He's been my kitty for 10 years. Yeah, he's a good one. I can always tell some cats just have really good souls. They're just like people. We're all parts of the same energy, and some of them have a really good soul. Just like, look at him. You see him? He's got his head buried in me. He just loves me. You know? I got very affectionate cats. Bro, we fight fires, not glitter disasters. Yeah, I know. Merlin, if I had $1 for every time we were called out to spray something off a road somewhere. Oh my God. I used to always say that booster hose on the squad was only there for one reason, and that was squirting blood and glass off the road and oil. Hi, is it Tyson Penna? Hi, thank you for being here. Welcome aboard. This is Starship Adventures. My name is Ian. I'm not sure if you've been in before, but if not, we are on every night at 9 p.m. for a couple of hours. We're coming up on the end of the show here in just a few minutes. I do go later if there's something going on, and I break news if it's going on. I will be here all day tomorrow. I'm going to be finalizing all this stuff. I'm going to be getting all my merchandise set up tomorrow. There's going to be Trump and all t-shirts and Trump and all hats and all that kind of stuff in there for you guys. So there's going to be all kinds of different products in there. And like I said, I've turned the profit all the way down on those as well. So yeah, headaches are not a thing. Headaches are a sign of some other thing. You're right about that. If you're having headaches, the problem is not headaches. The headaches are telling you there's another problem. It could be vision. You're absolutely right. It could be flashing or pulsing lights. Some people have a hard time. Their boss will install a new light bulb over their desk, and next thing you know, they're getting headaches every day. And it's because that light bulb has a 60 megahertz wave or spike in it, and it's causing issues with that. There can be all kinds of different things. It could be sound related. There could be some sound that's hardly even audible to you, but it's causing you headaches. A lot of times it's just stressors in your life or a change in the work environment. But I'll tell you something else that causes headaches, and this is crazy. Your chair, your seating position, your spine, all of these things can cause headaches too. So you can literally get a bad chair and it can create headaches. Headaches are something, it literally just is a sign that something else is wrong. And I hate headaches. I absolutely I had migraines years ago. I used to get migraines. I don't get them much at all anymore. And I used to have to go lay in a dark, quiet room with a wet towel over my face. And I used to have to lay there for a while. And about an hour and a half later, I could get up and come out. And that's the only way I could get rid of them. 4 Advil, lights go off, air goes down to 68 degrees. I lay in the bed, I get as comfortable as I can, and I put a wet washcloth over my face. And they're hell. They're hell on wheels, man. I freaking hate migraines. And luckily, like my father before me, I grew out of them. My father had them in life too. He actually had his a little younger. He was getting his in his teens. and they ended in his early 20s. I started getting mine in my 20s, and they ended in my early 30s. But yeah, again, they were a sign of something else, but I don't know what that something else was. Unicorn aftermath management. Yeah, all we really need is some new common sense unicorn piss reforms. That's what we need. Um, oh, cluster headaches are terrible. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you don't do it, cold, dark, quiet room, most comfortable position you can find, wet washcloth over your face. That's the way I did it, completely silent room, or white noise. I would turn on a fan so I had white noise. And that's how I would suffer through and get through. And of course, for Advil, I would take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen. Well, that's good, dispatch. You found the problem and you fixed it. That's what works. Yeah, that's it. I get headaches from trying to please too many people. I get it. Oh, that's cool. I do. I use AI for a lot of that kind of stuff. I use AI to tell me why AI is not working right, and it even does that. I'm using Gemini, Google AI Studios. You guys know that. Been using it for a while. Matter of fact, that video I made, the Trump and all ads, I'm making all that with that as well. And when I have a problem with it, I go over and ask Grok, and Grok tells me how to fix it. It's kind of amazing. Yep. All right. All right, let's do a last call. I've been on 2 hours, 3 minutes. Let's do a last call to see what we got going on out there. Who's out there? Is there anybody else that hasn't checked in yet that wants to say hi? We are doing memberships now. I hope you guys saw that. You can get a membership. They are cheap. Matter of fact, they're the cheapest thing you can get right now on YouTube. They're $2. $1.99 gets you a 1-month membership on the channel. You get the little rank pin to go next to your name. And also you get some extra emoticons. And in about 30 days, we're going to have our first members-only Zoom meeting. And we're also going to have a little bit of extra content for you and things like that. So it's going to be fun. It's only a couple bucks. I kept it really low because I don't know exactly what I'm even going to do yet. But for $2, you know, it is what it is. I definitely know we're going to be doing the Zoom meetings. We're definitely doing the ranks. We're definitely doing the emoticons. And we're definitely doing at least one private video a week is what I'm going to try to do. So that's what we're doing so far. That's where we're at so far. But yeah, I don't know where the trolls are. We haven't had a single troll in tonight. And I got to tell you, trolls don't like to be upstaged. And I think my tactic of going balls to the wall on them, I don't think is working. It's run them all off. But maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. I kind of like the algorithms, but it also aggravates me and I have a rough show. Like tonight's been an easy show. You guys are fun. We talk about different things. It's tough when I got to go to Debate Squad for 2 hours. Yeah, I don't eat a lot of bread anymore. I was never a big bread guy, which made it kind of easy. However, I do still eat bread every now and then. I don't abstain. I don't plan bread into my meals anymore. And you know what I've started doing now? I no longer plan pasta into the meal either. I'm trying to eliminate pasta. And a lot of times now, when I am doing different things like if I'm making something here, it's vegetables. I do peas, spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, green beans, corn. I have all these different frozen or fresh or canned vegetables available, and I always have a vegetable and a meat. It's kind of like a keto diet in a way. Tonight I made me these little sirloin, little steaks I had from Walmart. They were really good, and I fried them up in a pan, and I made me a bag of steamed broccoli to go with it, and that was my dinner. No pasta, no starch, and no bread. So if you can cut out the starch in the bread, it makes a really big difference, especially if you're like me. As I tell people, I'm 56 going on diabetic. I got to be real careful at this point in my life. My father started becoming an adult onset diabetic when he was about my age. And I don't eat much better than my father did. And so I'm actually right now, as a precaution where I'm trying to just save my body for a little while, I'm trying to, in a passive way, cut out all starch. I make exceptions. I went today to Cracker Barrel. We had lunch at Cracker Barrel. I love that restaurant. It not as good of experience as it used to be years ago, but great restaurant still. Went there today. I'm glad they didn't change it. If they changed it, I never would have went back. But I went there today. We both got the country fried steak. Well, they brought the bread, and neither one of us eat the bread before the meal because I don't want to fill up. So I brought home 3 cornbread muffins. And when I sign off here with you guys, I think I'm going to go over there and I'm going to make me those 3 cornbread muffins. And I'm going to have that for dinner. Along with the little bit of the steak and stuff I had left, I love their cornbread at Cracker Barrel. It tastes like Jiffy bread. It's a little sweet. It's good. Really love that cornbread. Yeah, Matt, I could, listen, if I sneeze the wrong way, I'll be a type 2. So I'm trying very hard to slow down that process. I got stuck about 6 months ago, had my blood checked, and also about a year and a half ago, and they're telling me it's not bad, that I'm maintaining. However, I'm in the window where it could happen anytime. Look at these freaking nutbags that are out there. I want to watch that rainbow bright schmuck puke in that costume. That's what I really want to see. I would love to see him puke up all that vegan food that he had for dinner in that costume. Yeah, I can't do any of the drinks marked 0 sugar or diet. I can't do any of them. I cannot do artificial sweeteners. I just hate them. I just drink regular Mountain Dew. Look, I looked at it this way. If you look at what's worse for you, starches or soda, believe it or not, the starches are worse for you than soda. Soda's just sugar. Your body can get rid of it. Starches ends up laying there and gets turned into sugar. And I actually believe that if I had to give up one or the other, I'd rather give up the starch than my Mountain Dew. So, yeah, I mean, is this a serious protest, guys? Is this serious? She brought her mirror from off her door at home. You got Rainbow Bright. You got Pikachu. I don't know what all these things are. I don't know what they are. And then you got all these... are they supposed to look like dead bodies in these? What I don't understand the thing with the silver blankets. Oh, I don't like Gatorade. I don't like any of the energy drinks. They all just taste like watered down soda. Yep. I have subscriptions. I'm not ever going to shame you guys into getting one, but if you want to, they're only $2. $2. And if you subscribe, you get extra emoticons that you can use, including the Starship logo, and you get the little rank insignia next to your name. And that rank insignia, in 1 month, you'll get your senior ensign stripe, and then it slowly will move up through the ranks over the course of the next couple of years. It's pretty cool. I've already got all that set up. Yeah, I know fruit juice is good for you and bad for you. The best thing I can say with fruit juice is moderation. Fruit juice is a great example of moderation, where a little bit's great, a lot is bad. Yeah, I've just never liked sports drinks. I've never liked flavored water. I don't like water. I can't drink water. I have not sat down and had a glass of water in 6 months. I don't drink it. I can't stand it. It's repugnant. When I watch people, oh, I'm drinking water right out of the machine. I'm like, you're nuts. I can't drink that shit. That's what we use to flush the toilets. I get it, but I mean, we don't need to drink it, right? So I drink water all the time. Well, good for you. So does my toilet. Hey, Victor. There you go, buddy. Welcome aboard, man. I appreciate it. Now, if you go to your emoticons, you'll see you have 4 extra emoticons. You have a Donald Trump face and a Starship logo and a Delta and I think a Constitution thing or something. We the people. But I'm going to be adding more. There'll be another one tomorrow, and every few days there'll be a new one popping up. They give me so many of them. But yeah, there you go. I think this is really cool. It certainly would not be cool if I was asking for $20 or some stupid shit. But $2? Hey, $2 is not that much. All right, so I think that's a good thing. I think this is fun. I'm happy I figured it out. I think it's awesome. Isn't that cool, Victor? And they won't work on other channels, unfortunately, but anytime you're on one of my videos, it'll work in my comments as well. Anytime you're on anything on this channel, it'll work. Yeah, I like black tea, but the reason I don't drink much of it is because I like it really, really sweet. I'm better off with the soda, trust me. I drink my tea's like molasses. You know, we have a saying down here in the deep south, if the tea doesn't pour slow, it's not sweet enough. The knife should stand up in it for at least 30 seconds. Yeah, I think it's awesome. I love this whole idea. And by the way, Victor, don't buy anything yet because I'm still working on it, but the shop is opening up. You can already see it starting to build. I have a shop tab now on my channel, and you can actually, I think there's a sweatshirt in there already. But I'm going to be adding all kinds. Tomorrow is merch day. I'm going to have that whole merch store full of merch by tomorrow. It's going to be amazing. And I might even make another Trump and all ad tomorrow, too. Yeah, I mean, anybody that doesn't understand that we need Trump and all hasn't been watching these protests. I mean, it's pretty obvious looking at these protests that we need medical intervention. We need to open the asylums back up, but I don't think anybody wants to do that. Yes, Trump and all. Let's go ahead and say thank you to our sponsor, Trump and all. Trump and all, the sponsor of this half hour.
Trump and all, welcome back to
Do you have a family member that has gone off the deep end, lost all connection with reality? Are they suffering uncontrolled crying and an unexplainable hatred for Donald Trump? Do you want to get that loved one back? Introducing MAGA Strength Trumpanol, a medication specifically formulated to treat the symptoms of Trump derangement syndrome. It reverses the debilitating effects of TDS and brings normalcy and reason back into focus. Get your loved one back today with Trumpanol.
Side effects include sudden onset of personal responsibility and a strange desire to pay your own bills, uncontrollable urge to say thank you to service workers and law enforcement, mild to severe improvement in critical thinking skills, may cause enthusiastic patriotism, flag waving, and an inexplicable urge to get a job or start a nuclear family, increased tolerance for differing political opinions, sudden appreciation for border security and law and order, temporary loss of victimhood identity, patients report feeling oddly empowered instead, development of a functional sense of humor about political figures, may develop immunity to corporate media fear porn, may cause you to stop virtue signaling on social media and start building something real in the physical world. Do not take if you are allergic to winning, common sense, or constitutional republics.
Trumpanol, the leading treatment for acute Trump derangement syndrome in adults. Get Trumpanol today wherever psychedelic or hallucinogenic drugs are sold. Stop being a crazy bitch. Get Trumpanol today.
Trumpanol, welcome back to reality.
That's Trumpanol, and that shit really works. Get some today. I think we should drop it in an aerosol form out of a spacecraft over the thing. That's what I think we should do. It's a sparkle containment facility. Oh my God. Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? I may even make another one of those ads tomorrow. I don't know what these brainless people are wanting to accomplish.
So, Bill C-262 is the answer to this. I've been pushing to try and get rid of these trade barriers for a long time. We've got 4 provinces, but the difference between this piece of legislation that was tabled yesterday and previous iterations is that, number one, this would allow Canada Post and other designated trusted carriers to be able to send anywhere with national consistent application from one province to another, full stop. This means that small producers will get a chance.
Well, it's all music. There's music on every channel except the one where the douche is talking in Canada. No, Victor, you are a mod, so mods are blue. You get the little shield though. You notice your wrench turned from a wrench into a blue shield, and then you got the red junior grade ensign rank, which will go up as the days go on. Your little rank will go up in rank. It's pretty cool. Daddy, what are you doing? Yes, you love me. I heard that somewhere. Oh God, Bill Shatner's now going off about all this bullshit. I'm telling you, this damn woke trek is terrible. Oh, that woman is crazy. That woman needs to turn the mirror around and look in it and see what she looks like, that crazy woman. All right, I think we've got about all the live views coming out down there.
Now, over 150.
Strike the.
Yes. Yes. And Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the earth down. I love all those old memes with Chuck. That was cool. Maybe they'll make a resurgence now that he's passed. They were never disrespectful. It was fun. No, I haven't heard. We've got the little screen up here, and I haven't seen too many. There was some that went off about an hour before showtime tonight, and then after that, that was it. I haven't seen anything else. Do you think the people being detained up there are looking through them little windows going, what are those nutty people doing down there? Even when you ask them why they're in the costumes, you get different answers. One night, the one guy's like, well, we're a group of people that have come out to stand between the protesters and prevent fights. And then the next night they're interviewing them and they're like, no, we're protesters. We want to get people's attention. That's why we dress in these things. And I'm like, see, there's not even consistency on the things that they're inconsistent about. I worry about Daddy because sometimes he falls. And I worry about him walking around on the counters in here, but he's doing okay. Yeah, I don't know if I would say safer, but every day they do get safer. There was big strikes again today on Iran's ability to launch more drones and things like that. So yeah, every day it does get safer, but we're not out of the woods yet. Yeah, I mean, even if they just all went out tomorrow and got a job, it would be good, right? Think about it. Just go get a damn job. All right, and I'm getting ready to sign off in just a few minutes here. But before we do, I can put up here in the upper left corner, it is first light in the Middle East now. We've seen the sun's about to come up over there. It is first light. So they've made it through another long night in the Middle East. I agree with you, Yellow, 100%. Could you imagine if they just put this energy into something positive? And I want to ask a question. Why is there no why is there no people that represent the people that we're talking about here? I don't and I'm just saying, I don't see any Mexicans out there. I don't see any Guatemalans out there. I don't see any Venezuelans out there. I don't see any Brazilians out there. I don't see anybody out there. I don't see anybody at all out there except mostly white females and white males. That's what I'm seeing. And it's kind of one of those weird things where they're telling you they're protesting so ICE will quit deporting people, but yet even the people that are of the same kind of people that are being deported don't come out and protest. You know, when they go through the Cuban community in Miami and they poll them and they ask them if they think the ICE raid should continue, 65% say yes, they should. You know why? Because they came here legally. So many people came here legally, and they don't think that people should get a free pass now. They had to wait through the line. They had to pay the money. They had to get a lawyer. They had to do all the bullshit. They had to go through getting a green card. They had to go through this long-ass 20-year process. They finally get through it. They become citizens, and now that people want some kind of free pass here. No free passes. Now, if we want to make Cuba a territory, I think those people would appreciate that. I would be interested in looking into that. I'm not falling over the deep end for it. I'm just saying I would be interested in looking into that as a potential future. I like the people from Cuba. I got Cuban neighbors. I got Cuban friends. I work with Cubans. I like them. I think they're great people. And you know what I like about them more than anything else? They're conservative. They understand what it's like to live under a dictator. They know what socialism is firsthand. And they are more appreciative of this country and the things that we have in this country than most of us will ever be. All right. All right, guys, if there's nothing else, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Who's the biker club coming through? Motors, the bicycle club coming through. Yeah. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know. I want to sign off, but I'm starting to. I mean, this is a fairly good-sized crowd here, but I don't know. I don't see anything really happening. I don't see a lot of counter-protesters there. Daddy, you about ready to go to bed? You ready? What do you think? All right. Daddy's voting for go to bed. All right, Victor, have a good night, buddy. All right, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and call it. Listen, I'm going to be monitoring tomorrow. If things start happening tomorrow, I will come on. So watch out for that. Make sure your notification bell's on. And I will come on tomorrow. I'm going to monitor this for another hour or so tonight, but I don't really see this getting any worse tonight. Yeah, Mama sleeps in here. This is her home. She's got a little litter box, a little mini litter box, because she rarely ever uses it. She always holds it until I come in, and she wants me to let her out and let her back in again. But yeah, Mama lives in here, little litter box. She's got food. When I do wet food for all the other cats, I bring a little plate out for her. I buy those really cheap paper plates and I rip them in half. And then I feed my cats on those. So that's how I do it. And I bring her a little half plate every, at least once a day with wet food on it. And then she also has the dry food. I buy naturals food. I buy food that doesn't have any dyes in it. Their little bodies can't take all that frickin' dye and all that grain. I try to stay away from as much of the grain as possible. That makes them diabetic. And I try to stay away from the artificial colorings. And then they get that. That's down 24 hours a day. And then I'm on well water. I actually buy them bottled water. Or I fill it up at my mom's house or whatever. I never give them well water. I'm afraid it'll shut their kidneys down. So I just bought 2 bottles of distilled water. They're all drinking distilled water tonight. So they got it better than we do. So isn't that right, Daddy? You just staring off. You looking over? Hey, look over here. Hey, look at the camera. The camera's right there. Say hi, everybody. My daddy, Katie. They don't get the kid. They just, there's no way to explain it to them. They just don't get it. Oh, I love cats. I love cats so much. It is a tough world, and it's sometimes, but it's always a beautiful world. I got you there. That's the truth. All right. Good night, everybody. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and call it. Like I said, I'll be coming on tomorrow. If there's breaking news, I'll definitely be back on tomorrow night, 9 p.m. I'm going to be working on the merchandise store tomorrow and a little bit more on the membership section. And I'm going to try to go ahead and get something listed on there for members only. And like I said, the merch, I'm going to be doing something with the merch. I've got so many neat ideas with the merch that it's probably going to be an expansive place when I get done. I can do as many stores as I want, as many products as I want. So there's probably going to be quite a number of products out there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, everybody. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth. My name is Ian. We've been on for about 2 hours and 35 minutes tonight. We'll be back on tomorrow if news breaks. If not, we'll be back on tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Yes, Daddy, I'm going to bed right now, I promise. All right, and we'll see you guys then. Thank you for everyone that has joined up tonight and become a member of the crew. Thank you very much. I've got some stuff for you guys that'll be coming. It's going to be neat. There's just a lot going on. And I'm really highly motivated right now. This is going to be a lot of fun. So thank you guys for joining up. And everybody have a great night out there. Have a safe tomorrow. Good night, America. Good night, world. We'll see you guys tomorrow night on the Sights and Sounds of Earth. My name's Ian. Good night, everybody. 7 3s. We'll see you later.
To the city lights, we're watching our freedom slip away in the night, but we ain't going down without a fight. God bless America. Woke up this morning to the news on the screen. Leftist extremists pushing their commie dream. They want free handouts, government control, tear down the borders, sell out our soul. Socialist policies creeping in slow, like universal healthcare stealing our dough. College campuses teaching Marx in the class, normalizing the red, turning freedom to ash. They cancel the brave, silence the free, while big tech censors what we can see. We're losing our country to the communist tide, but Donald Trump's fighting, standing with pride, pushing back the hordes, the socialist wave, for the land of the free and the home of the brave. We gotta fight for freedom, raise up your voice, no more surrender. We got no choice, stars and stripes forever, we'll hold the line. God bless America. One more time. In Minnesota, the fraud runs deep and wide. Somalis and others stealing billions with pride. Daycare scams, home health hustles galore. Hundreds of billions vanishing through the door. Corrupt officials looking the other way, while taxpayers bleed night and day. It's happening elsewhere, from coast to coast. Immigrant networks bragging the most. Left-wing media skewing every fact, calling it progress, but it's a commie pack. Widespread election fraud, ballots in the dark, dead folks voting, leaving their mark. Mail-in madness, machines gonna rise, stealing the voice of you and I. They normalize socialism on every show, from Hollywood stars to the evening glow. Green New Deals crushing our jobs with might, electric mandates stealing our right. Price controls on food, rent caps on homes, turning us all into government drones. Extremist leftists marching in the street, Antifa riots burning to the beat. Defund the police, let chaos reign, while they preach equality, hiding their game. School boards pushing gender games on the young, indoctrinating with songs unsung. Big government bailouts for their elite friends, while small-town America meets bitter ends. But Trump's terrorist bite, back at the cheat, bringing jobs home, standing on his feet. We're losing our country to the communist tide, but Donald Trump's fighting, standing with pride, pushing back the hordes,
All right, guys, that's it. I'll let this song play for a while because I know some people like it. I'll let this one play out while I shut down. But this does conclude our broadcast day here on Starship Adventures and our debut tonight of memberships, and also our debut tonight of our shop, which we're going to be opening up here in the next day or so. You'll be able to buy all kinds of Trump and All merch, Starship After Dark, Starship Adventures merchandise, and it'll be in all different varieties. So I think that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Heath, you have a good night up there, buddy. I hope you're feeling better tomorrow, and I hope we can get you home soon. We're praying for you, man. We're praying for you. All right, everybody. Have a good night out there. On behalf of Ed Earl, Daddy Kitty, and my co-host Mama Bleep, my name's Ian. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth, broadcasting worldwide from Starship Studios on YouTube. Worldwide, the largest broadcast platform in the world. This is Starship Adventures. Have a good night, everybody. 7-3s. KO4 EFS, clear frequency, QSY.
Trump and all, welcome back to reality.
Do you have a family member that has gone off the deep end, lost all connection with reality? Are they suffering uncontrolled crying and an unexplainable hatred for Donald Trump? Do you want to get that loved one back? Introducing MAGA Strength Trumpanol, a medication specifically formulated to treat the symptoms of Trump derangement syndrome. It reverses the debilitating effects of TDS and brings normalcy and reason back into focus. Get your loved one back today with Trumpanol.
Side effects include sudden onset of personal responsibility and a strange desire to pay your own bills, uncontrollable urge to say thank you to service workers and law enforcement, mild to severe improvement in critical thinking skills, may cause enthusiastic patriotism, flag waving, and an inexplicable urge to get a job or start a nuclear family, increased tolerance for differing political opinions, sudden appreciation for border security and law and order, temporary loss of victimhood identity, patients report feeling oddly empowered instead, development of a functional sense of humor about political figures, may develop immunity to corporate media fear porn, may cause you to stop virtue signaling on social media and start building something real in the physical world. Do not take if you are allergic to winning, common sense, or constitutional republics.
Trumpanol, the leading treatment for acute Trump derangement syndrome in adults. Get Trumpanol today wherever psychedelic or hallucinogenic drugs are sold. Stop being a crazy bitch. Get Trumpanol today.
Trump